Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Zach Reacts, the channel where I can apparently do overly long YouTube intros now because that doesn't hurt my retention rate anymore. I don't know how this works anymore, I will admit. Today we're reacting to a video by Nakey Jakey called The Age of Broken Video Games. And I just realized you couldn't actually read that because my camera was in the way, so have a look at it now here. The Age of Broken Video Games. I've seen a bit of this guy's content before. Specifically, I watched his Last of Us video, I think, and that was he had an absolutely amazing breakdown of a lot of things. So I honestly think this might be a really good video.
To mind when I think of the PS4 and Xbox One era is all of the games that released in just a totally busted state. Don't get me wrong, broken games have existed since long before.
Okay.
Released in just.
Okay, at least one of those has already been fixed, has been patched up. I'm looking at No Man's Sky, but
just a totally busted
yeah, no, that's fucked up. You're right.
Broken games have existed since long before the PS4 and Xbone. Shout out Superman 64. Hi Clark, how are you? Good to see you. Haven't seen you since college when you.
Fortunately, I skipped the era of this game.
But there definitely weren't nearly as many big budget AAA busters. You know, big rigs is barely comprehensible, but that.
Weirdly enough, well, for me, on the PS4, I don't remember having a single broken game experience. Like, I can't even think of little texture bugs. Even Horizon, which actually no, Horizon was pretty good, was it not? Yeah, it was pretty bug free. I had my friends had a couple tiny like graphical issues with it, but really, all the games I had for the PS, they were just perfect.
The game was made by one man in a pond.
I think I'm gonna just call it luck, honestly.
Back in the prehistoric days of the Xbox 360 and PS3, downloading an update to fix issues or add stuff to your disc-based game after it's.
I'll tell you guys a fun story about that. Okay, I had a pirated Xbox. Basically, the guys that I bought the Xbox from, or that my dad bought the Xbox from, because obviously we're way too small to do that shit. He kind of just asked the guys to have it pre-installed with a bunch of games, and they downloaded, no joke, around 500, if not more, like full-on AAA at the time games, just for free. They didn't like charge even $1 for it. It was actually wild.
Release was like
obviously super illegal,
but like an actually pretty cool concept. Wait, so
but I didn't play anything online, and whenever a game got an update, I actually couldn't play it. I remember Minecraft got updated. I was so excited to play updated Minecraft because I saw Redstone got added, or the block existed before then, but they added like redstone contraptions and shit and pistons, and I'm like, holy fuck, that is so cool. Turns out I couldn't play it.
Interrip can make my already legendary game even more legendary by downloading this epic Chuck Norris update. That's pretty like
hell yeah.
I see no way this could ever end badly for the consumer. It is 2007. I just saw Michael Clayton. But nowadays, the disc inside that.
Yeah, I mean, when the update came out, everyone innocently believed that it would exist solely to make games better.
Case you just bought is practically dead weight the second you've installed the game and downloaded the likely necessary giant update full of fixes not included on the disc.
And you're not allowed to play the game without downloading the update. That's the fucking worst part. If you don't have internet and you're like, okay, you know what? But I got my console with me. I'm good. It's a console. I could just play some offline, God of War. Oh, I can't boot it up because I haven't installed the update.
Release date, and the developers kept working on stuff during that time, likely because the publisher set the release date way too early, and we're just like, it's fine, everyone has the internet, you'll fix it in time, just never stop working. You don't have to see your family. Your family is
and they don't. That's the sad part. They actually don't.
Literally the cringiest idiots I've ever seen. Why do you want to go home to them?
Exactly.
Goofy.
Just crunch harder, bitch.
The disc may as well just be a doctor's note that tells your PS4, yes, my son actually does own.
Well, I think that's all it is, really.
Go ahead and give
it's just
him
like
the
a little
necessary
key.
day one flu shot. Oh my god, it's 87 gigabytes. Fallout 76 didn't even actually come with a disc, so.
Oh yeah. So we actually reacted to Internet Historian's video on this game, and yeah, it's a literal cardboard cutout with a code for the disc. Why even buy the copy? The physical copy if you don't.
Blue coaster for your psychotic Reddit dungeon. Basically,
that'd be pretty sick, actually.
Access nowadays as a gamer, you're screwed. But my goal with this video isn't just to be like, wow, things used to be better back in the day, and now they're all bad, because it's not that simple or true. big budget broken video games exist for a lot of reasons. The first one being making video games is just really, really hard. I have been openly critical of many big budget.
And also, the bigger a game is, the more people that have to work there. And with each person that works there, that's something where that's like an extra step of, it's an extra fucking gear in the cog. One more gear in the cog? Gear in the machine. Okay, you know what? Who cares?
AAA games on this channel, but I hope that I've always made one thing very crystal Pepsi clear. A lot of very talented
Crystal Pepsi's ass.
work very hard for very long, crunchy Nature Valley hours to make even seemingly simple stuff like this possible, and it's crazy. And in order for a game to be even considered pretty good by the general public, gameplay, sound, story, characters, performance, all of these things have to perfectly align in the gamer night's sky. Obviously, modern technology has made creating virtual worlds a lot easier than it was back in the 80s or 90s, and I think we often take that for granted. We've come a long way from the days where 3D was a bit more of a fluid, abstract concept like jazz, and you aimed a gun with the same finger you drove James Bond with.
Well,
But
that
with
was
better
really cool,
tools
to be
and
honest.
better hardware comes bigger projects with bigger budgets, with bigger teams, with bigger lists. of
Exactly
bigger
what I was
problems,
thinking.
and a
Okay,
big ass.
that is partially the point I was trying. A big ass that you have to toe. You know, that is kind of the point I was bringing up. But obviously, I do not know how to speak, so my mind didn't.
Better fix with your big tractor. And if you've ever been hanging out with a big group, you know that even doing something as simple as deciding where to go for dinner.
Yep,
can
it's
quickly
fucking
become
impossible.
a
It takes-
boss fight. Especially when your friend's mom, who's paying for the dinner, has all these crappy dinner demands because she's trying to satisfy her dinner shareholders. This metaphor is getting a
Dinner
little
shareholders.
goofy. I think you get the point. I know half of you are just thinking about Michael Clayton still. So I think the first obvious reason for AAA games releasing in a broken state is that game development is just insanely hard and requires so much dedicated collaboration
And also,
and efficient.
the shareholders kind of just have too much say over when the game is supposed to come out. It's really fucked up.
Time management, and it's a miracle that any video game ever gets finished and is even exists
I
at
agree
all,
with that.
and all video games should go to heaven. The second reason is okay, buddy, that's enough out of you. Hi, I'm Jakey, and Jakey, attorneys at law, and I'm here to tell you about today's video sponsor, PayPal Honey. Honey is a free online shopping tool that automatically searches for promo codes at checkout, like a little deal detective, so that you
That is
don't
wild.
Honey works for so many things. Things that you're probably already buying, like shoes or chairs, on websites that you're probably already shopping on. And did I mention that it's completely free? Hey, no objections over here. Sustained and overruled. Shit. Anytime you see your little dancing detective up here, just click apply coupons and let little shorty do his thing and try to save you some money. Dang! I recently needed a new lawyer briefcase because my previous one was covered in so much mud, for reasons I'm not at liberty to say. So naturally, I looked online for a cute new backpack that I could take into the courtroom, and Honey found a coupon. Let's freaking go! Whether you use Google Chrome, Opera, Firefox,
That is crazy.
Safari,
Free
or
savings.
for whatever reason, Microsoft Edge, you can add Honey to your browser for free by
Hey,
going to join.
I actually use Edge.
/
There's a reason to use Edge, okay? Edge has a place, and that is as a second browser that is pre-installed, so you don't have to install it manually. Yeah. Sometimes you need the second browser so that you have like two separate save states of things at the same time over the two browsers, and Edge has the advantage of being pre-installed. And that's about it.
Jakey. Using my special link.
There's no other reason to use it. If you have a minute, just download Firefox.
It's at Jakey, and Jakey, and Jakey, and Jakey, and Jakey, and Jakey. Thank you to Honey for sponsoring this video, and now let's get on back to this episode of Nabo Jabo in the age of Michael Clayton. As most of you in the audience know, new video games sell around $60, or I guess now $70
80.
on PS5
Is it not?
and
Yeah,
Xbox Series
Becoming
X.
real expensive now.
X. Why the
Jesus.
did they call them that?
Except as a Ukraine citizen, I get a bit of around a half price cut. Like on average, the games are just, I'd say, around twice cheaper on Steam at least. I don't know about unofficial consoles because I
And it's
I
been
don't
around
know.
that $50 to
just haven't checked.
$60 price point for a while, even though
Hold
AAA
up.
games take way longer to make now and have way bigger
60
budgets than
as well.
back in the day when I was star quarterback. So because of all that, and also inflation, in some cases, it's kind of a
Yeah, but I
steal
think
to get a game
inflation
like Elden Ring
wasn't-
for only $60
isn't that big.
when Eternal Ring was $50 23 years ago.
Yeah.
And the swords in that game are tiny. They're not nearly as girthy or as long as Elden Ring. You go in.
You know, like the value of games. He's not showing anything below my camera, so I could just go down. The value of games has gone up insanely. Like, because what was worth $50, or like, there's like, you know, $80 games back then. That would be that's like, you know, inflation calculator. Actually, let me pull one up real quick. Yeah, look at that. It's almost, so $1 in back just 20 years ago is already 1.7 times the value today. That's a lot. That is a big increase in value. So you can say games got like halved in price. And obviously what you get for your same money is way beyond what you used to get.
Donkey Online has a really good video about video game pricing that you should go watch later, but not right now. If you leave, you won't see how I learned how to spin.
True, we really want to, we gotta see it.
You're gonna want to see that.
We want to see that,
whose main
for sure.
priority at the end of the day is just to generate as much profit as humanly possible. Why not cut a few corners?
She might
you
watch
know?
that Donkey
Assuming
video as well.
that your
Just saying.
reputation isn't all that important to you. Because if it's a choice between A, spending millions of dollars for every month that you lengthen development time to ensure that you release a relatively bug-free and finished product, and hope it eventually pays off because lots of people recognize that it's good quality and buy it and sing praises and win awards at the big show, and Jeff goes, "Oh man, your game is so big, it's the biggest game I've ever seen," which is all a very big gamble. Or B, set a very unrealistic release date that you know damn well you will not make, and force your team to crunch their asses off only to still release a broken game that you'll maybe eventually fix with a giant update long after release and after you've already made all your money. And to make sure you definitely see a return on your giant investment and satisfy your investors, you do all these pre-order bonuses and fancy trailers with celebrities just to guarantee that people buy your game before gamers can even know that the game is busted as hell, because you've also made it so that no
I wonder which one
publication can
companies
drop a
will
review
choose.
for the game until the
Really
day
makes
the
you
game
think.
comes out, which should be illegal. Yeah, if the only thing you care about on celebrities just to guarantee that people buy your game before gamers can even know that the game is busted as hell, because you've also made it so that no publication can drop a review for the game until the day the game comes.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you're giving them your game and you're saying they can't fully talk about it, yeah, you know what? I think there's a good argument for it being illegal. I agree with that.
The only thing you care about is sales in your quarterly reports, you're definitely planting at bomb site B. Just like
hype it
Ubisoft
up way
and
too
EA.
much, and who cares if it's quote unquote overhyped? You know, oh, the players don't matter. The real people in charge are the investors. Come on, we know this. The shareholders and the investors, they're the ones in power. Us players, we're just here to get their asses wiped with.
Enix and Activision and CD Projekt Red and Microsoft. Like several times. You very rarely see Sony or Nintendo or Rockstar publish a big broken unfinished mess, because they know that their reputation is a big reason people purchase games that have their cute little sexy logos in the corner. The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, God of War, all of these Sony exclusives released,
they were super polished up,
bug-free in complete states. And well, Days Gone,
they were as unbroken as you can expect a game to be of that size. I think obviously they're not great, but really, I mean, I didn't encounter any bugs, and playing any of those games, but I saw a bunch playing the new Cyberpunk, and that is the new Cyberpunk, you know, post a billion fixes. So as good as you can expect. They're, you know, still be reasonable.
I said your name, sweetie. Now go back to bed, okay? Doesn't mean that those devs didn't have to crunch like hell to reach the finish line. No, unfortunately, crunch is a huge problem across the entire industry. Golden
it's
Girl
actually really
publishers
bad.
And developers like Sony and Naughty Dog aren't exceptions to that. It's still very much not ideal. But apparently even Golden Girls like Nintendo or Rockstar, companies with some of the highest rated games of all time under their championship belt, They push site B2. It's B, rush B, rotate B,
Really?
rotate B. The GTA Definitive Trilogy was one of the most
Lots of
appalling
examples,
and
yeah.
disappointing re-releases of a beloved franchise
All right, fortunately,
that the
haven't
world
played
has
this shit.
ever seen. And this is Rockstar, the company that put out this
Yeah,
game,
I mean,
and this game.
yeah, I guess that makes
this
sense.
game,
Just
and this game.
okay, they're all the
Fucking
same game
even
though.
this
Stop.
game is
Those,
amazing. And you know
it's,
money isn't tight with how much of a cash cow GTA 5 continues to be 10 years later. Like, this isn't an indie publisher rushing out Hog Simulator 3 because they're strapped for cash after their Kickstarter failed. No, this is Rockstar. It's just great.
Yeah.
I don't know if it falls on Rockstar or their parent company Take-Two, but at some point, someone or someone,
Yeah, I mean,
somewhere.
I think it doesn't even matter who it falls on. And we are here. We are the consumers. We are here to give you cash and play whatever the fuck it is you serve us up. I think. Yeah, we can try guess who to blame. You know, I keep saying, oh, it's the shareholders, the investors. I don't actually know in every case. Maybe the company did just get greedy. You will never know. What was my point? I can't remember.
Okay, we'll do it live! And Nintendo, they just published the 2 lowest rated mainline Pokemon games to ever exist. Games now famous online for their hilarious bugs. And I ain't talking about Caterpie. And even if there's a fun...
Yeah, it's your fucking Nintendo. Well, Nintendo, we already know, has a lot of other issues. Maybe we'll talk about that some other time, but at least the one thing you expect from them, like, is the quality of the games to be at least good on release. They make Pokemon and shit. They have the cash to go say fuck you to the investors and such, and tell them to wait until we finish the product. So the fact that this shit does still happen all the time, the fact that they still have a game known for being very buggy, not just kind of bad, is honestly really embarrassing for them.
Fun game buried underneath all the bugs. It should be illegal to advertise and sell a product in this state. And that brings me to my final reason that I think broken AAA games will continue to exist. I touched on this in my ads and video games video, but
that is actually true. Yeah, we're the ones who kind of choose whether we are ready to pay for them. And I think no matter how many of these videos where people say stop pre-ordering or stop buying when you're unsure that the game is in a good state and all that, it doesn't matter how many times you say it, because these videos, the best of them are reaching, like, we'll say 10 million people, 20 million if the video popped off harder than... Really hard. Still, that's only 20 million people of everyone who could potentially order the game. That's a tiny fraction, like, of everyone in the world. Yeah, and like the people that are watching these videos are likely already aware that pre-ordering games ain't the right move. So
Pre-ordering games.
really, like, it's kind of like saying something and then going to a circle of friends, like, guys, don't you agree? And they're like, hell yeah, we all agree. And you're like, hell yeah, now everyone agrees. See, the whole world. No, what do you mean everyone? It's literally just you and your friends.
That's why these companies keep promising
There's nothing we can do about it.
Square pizza and then go, psych, you're getting swapped. Because they know the average consumer is gullible as hell and overly trusting.
Exactly.
And super loyal to their favorite thing.
Yeah, because games are sick, right? You know, Silk Song, if it comes out with a pre-order or some special edition for extra $5, you know, fine, well, I'm buying that shit. I have no proof to say that the game is going to be in a perfect state, but I just kind of trust my company. You know, I trust my little Team Cherry company.
And they prey on those sensibilities to make sure that your money ends up in their pocket, and it does every single time.
Yep.
Pokemon was busted as hell and still sold 20 million copies. It's like serious gamer Stockholm syndrome, where people will watch a pre-release review for a game like Dying Light 2 on IGN or GameSpot and defend the game like their fucking life depends on it, even...
Well, also, people like IGN like misrepresenting games, which I'm sure it doesn't help anyone
No, they
in this case.
haven't even played it yet. Okay, guys, but remember, this is without the day one patch, and we all know those usually fix everything. You can't spell ignorant without IGN or ants. And even months after the damage is done and a broken product has sold millions of copies because apparently gamers have toasters for brains, people in the comments will once again applaud and defend companies like EA or CD Projekt Red for sticking with their game.
Yeah, thanks.
It long after.
Well done on you for making it good on your bro. If they didn't do that, there is no way in hell anyone's ever buying their next game in like pre-buying it, because they gained. Okay, CD Projekt Red, they're the guys that made Witcher games and Cyberpunk. They gained trust with the Witcher games, so and they went and burnt that shit down to the ground with Cyberpunk. They had to fix up that game before working on the next one, because if they don't, there is zero way anyone's gonna have the trust to go buy the next one. But again, it doesn't matter, because if the game ends up being fun, eventually, just like Cyberpunk, you will see the numbers go back up. And people, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like, really, it just goes unpunished. It doesn't matter what state they release the game in, because if it's fun, or if it sounds fun in concept and it gets advertised to you just right, you will probably buy it.
Of praise, maybe.
And I'm not saying you as in you, me as in me as well.
Full price, because you were advertised a full taco on the fucking taco screen. And when you get that taco, you open up the greasy paper just to see a busted ass half taco shell with only beans on it. Only beans. Oops, all beans. And then 6 months later, a Taco Bell employee rings your doorbell and gives you the other half of that busted taco that still doesn't have all the meat on it that they promised. And your response is to start clapping? Like, what the f***? And don't get me wrong, definitely
that is a great analogy.
To the hardworking individual devs that actually got in the crunchy taco shell trenches and coated this broken mess back together. And don't get me wrong, definitely throw love to the hardworking individual devs that actually got in the
but don't praise the
taco shell
companies.
Trenches and coated this broken
It's the
mess back
devs
together.
that are doing
but
this shit.
give zero f***ing credit to the shitty overlord Taco Bell EA corporation responsible for that broken taco that you paid for.
Thank the guy that went out of his way, probably unpaid, to go and bring you the remaining taco, because he's the guy that's doing that shit. Not Taco Bell just went, the previous guy forgot, go do the thing.
Paid full price for in the first place.
Sticking with his analogy
I need
here.
a taco, or at least a churro to the throat. God. A lot of initially broken games can eventually blossom into really good ones, like No Man's Sky, Master Chief Collection. Final Fantasy XIV was like completely reborn, pun intended, and people love it now, and that's awesome. But this cycle will repeat as long as gamers continue to buy games.
And there will always be story, you know. There's the good of No Man's Sky is gonna happen again and again with different games. And they're gonna be kind of rare, but they will happen, and then everyone's gonna praise the game in the end of the day, including me, because I'm a fucking dirty user. I'm a dirty gamer.
Before even knowing if it runs as well as the pudding on their treadmill. The only possible change starts with you and what you choose to spend your money on. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep getting anthems shoved into our
the you that we are just too small of a percentage.
Holes. But you know what they say, you can't spell Nakey Jakey without Jane. Or Kevin. I'm gonna start uploading more stuff to Jaquan the Jequel, so if you want to go subscribe to my twin, you can get some indie slop in between my AAA Prestige exclusive.
Okay, go subscribe to Jaquan.
Thank you to Honey and Jakey and Jakey Attorneys at Law for sponsoring this video. Get at me on Instagram or
here's
Twitter.
his Honey link, guys, for anyone who wants to hit up his Honey link. There we go.
Jakey and Jakey Attorneys at Law for sponsoring this video. Get at me on Instagram or Twitter, or don't. I can't enforce that, as I am not your legal guardian.
What? Oh, it's actually called that. What the hell? Jaquan the Jequel. I thought that was a joke title. Okay, yeah, go hit up his fucking socials, guys.
See you next time on the Gamer Wars. It's good to be back. I'm excited. I got
that was damn good video.
more videos in the works. I don't know why I always get more candid and sincere right at the end, but
everyone does that. Look, I do that in my videos as well, bro. That's just the thing you're supposed to do as a YouTuber.
it's good to be back.
It's because in the last few seconds where you're unscripted, you just get to speak and you're like speaking and you're speaking and you realize you forgot to plug your second channel, which also turns out to be your main channel, but you upload on so little that you kind of hard to tell. Go hit my main channel up and go sub to Nakey Jakey. His link's in the description. Great video. Oh yeah, good video. Quality. All right. My throat hurts so bad.